Hello, viewers. I hope you're doing great. I'm Pooja Bothra, Senior Content Lead ETHR World, and back with another episode of We Talk Talent series. Since nothing is permanent and modifications, however small, bring in renewed enthusiasm, I'm happy to announce that after running 12 successful shows of We Talk Talent in the first season, today we are setting off on a new journey as we raise the curtain for season 2 of We Talk Talent. I promise that in season 2, we will reach out to diverse HR leaders across industries and be the best at what we love doing, bringing to the industry stories of the industry from the industry on the theme Evolving Trends in Talent Management Space. Today, we have with us a person very deserving to be the speaker of the first episode of the second season. Please join me in welcoming Dr. C. Jayakumar, Vice President, Head Corporate Human Resources, L&T. He is a highly result-oriented HR professional with 32 years of experience in engineering and construction industry, with proven experience in successfully planning, designing, implementing, and managing various strategic HR initiatives. Happy to have you in this show, Jayakumar.
Thank you.
So my first question to you is very simple. It'll be nice if you briefly share an overview of the disruption and transformation taking place in your industry.
Most of you know that we are into multiple businesses. Broadly, three areas. One is infrastructure, manufacturing, and services. Construction and infrastructure was the area which got most affected during this pandemic, right? Last year was unprecedented. Let me address your question of disruption and transformation into three blocks. One is in terms of business continuity. Next, in terms of people dimension, which is talking about health, safety, and welfare of the staff and workmen. And third is social responsibility, right? In terms of business continuity, no doubt, COVID-19 pandemic is the most challenging disruption in the century. Nobody would have seen anything more than that. Subsequent to lockdowns and restrictions led to a never before experienced disruption, sending most of the business plans and strategy into a spin, right? Unlike the first wave of COVID, when the migration of workers was experienced in the construction industry, the second wave, we were able to retain 70% of our contractual workforce in project due to various efforts. Challenges came in the form of strategic action with relevant to managing cost, stabilizing the supply chains, and maintaining the liquidity to ensure business continuity. Fortunately, we are sitting on a huge order backlog of 3.2 lakh crores. And our focus today is to expedite execution of these projects, leveraging technology, improving productivity, reducing cost and timelines, and to meet the customer expectation. The diversity of the business and the scale of the operations with the complex projects required L&T to unleash transformation on the one hand, at the same time to ensure business continuity. Okay. Thankfully, our digitalization journey since 2016 helped us. We used technology in every aspect like IoT, cloud, mobility, using of drones, BIM, VR, AR, analytics, etc. With all our efforts, we have ensured to meet the expectation of the customers. Secondly, when I come to the people dimension part of it, second wave was very, very scary than the first wave, because of the mortality and other things. We pitched into a continuous communication from the top management, extensive communication like L&T cares, asking them to remain within the project sites. You are safe with L&T. Choice is yours, asking them to take the vaccine. It is yours. You take care of your own safety. Whole lot of health advisories, regular communication for sanitation, COVID preventive protocols, SOPs, vaccination drives. We got around 90% of our staff got vaccinated. We arranged multiple camps within the organization. We started our own quarantine centers. We tried up with more than 150 hospitals across the country, awareness camps, telecounseling, webinars, your session, various sessions, even assistance for families who are affected due to COVID in terms of education, finance, career support, etc. Coming to the third piece of social responsibility, that was the time which the entire country was breathing for oxygen. There are a whole lot of demand. We went on a war footing and built medical grade oxygen generating units. And we donated more than 40 plus units across the country to various hospitals. Not only that, our smart world communication used the technology to identify unsafe behaviors of people across the country, which helps the local administration. Hence, we believe that the crisis has made us stronger and more humane. It has taught us to be more agile, more dependent, interdependent, and for trust. Our response to COVID-19 was very, very empathetic and transformative. It was a great learning experience last 1.5 years, Pooja.
It's very reassuring to hear that. And you know what thought is coming to my mind is that today leaders are not work givers in the organization, they're caregivers. So, you know, this is a unanimous thing we're hearing from most leaders, that how they've extended help and treated employees as a family during the crisis. And this has set the precedence for a new kind of relationship between employees and leaders in the workplace. So very, very, it feels good to hear that. Dr. Jayakumar, also now post-pandemic, since the time of pandemic and now, you know, in this intermittent phase that we are in, sourcing talent, onboarding talent, selecting talent, and building pipelines has become a different process altogether. So if you can throw some light on, you know, what does your people agenda look like?
The hiring strategy, the process, procedure, methodology, everything is going through a change. And we quickly adapted to this change. I should tell you that such a big organization, I myself could not believe how we so fast quickly adapted to that. Thanks to the entire digitalization, which we have done long back. Though we have not put it into use, but we adopted it immediately since the base structure was available. The entire gamut of recruitment and onboarding is now through a digital platform. Okay, right from the job request creation, onboarding of candidates, interviews, video interviews, fixation of salaries, arranging of medical checkups, release of offer letters, everything has gone digital. We also do pulse survey at regular intervals to take feedback at different touch points to improve the candidate experience. Let me take one example of our campus recruitment selection process alone. This year, we visited more than 200 plus campuses. Okay, during the pandemic, visited means not virtually. We didn't go there. Okay, otherwise we used to go. It's a big mela, like we plan booking hotels, booking rooms, booking tickets. It's a big process. 200 campuses, engineering and management institutes. More than 40,000 candidates appeared for the selection process. And we have rolled out 1,900 plus offers for graduate engineer trainees, postgraduate engineer trainees, diploma engineers, graduate commercials, trainees, MBAs, chartered accountants, etc. And the entire thing was 100% virtual. In-house developed platform called, we have a startup called EduTech, including test, remote proctoring, interviews, merit list, entire thing we went ahead. And as an achievement, 21,000 candidates were tested on one single day, whereas generally it takes 2 to 3 months. Next thing what we did is we focused more on engaging with the candidates this year. Okay, the continuous engagement through social media. We did some training sessions as learn from home for the students with our own engineers during the pandemic time. We reached more than 7.5 lakh potential candidates during these things. One more new thing we did was we started a pre-employment engagement initiative called GRACE, Getting Ready for an Awesome Career in Civil Engineering. So GRACE. Yeah. It's a pre-joining engagement initiative for 16 weeks, which have webinars, technical talks, newsletters, presentation by L&T leaders. We used a micro-learning platform for quizzes, leaderboard, etc. So that went on very well. Next is at leadership hiring is also going through a change. The competency framework is going through a change. New set of competencies are coming inside. new set of competencies are becoming the differentiator. Okay, old set of competencies there are some, like at leadership level, learning agility and digital mindset are emerging as a new set of competencies. This has been brought inside our competency framework. And critical thinking, problem solving, resilience, self-management, all are emerging as new set of competencies. This is also brought out in the World Economic Forum report, which are the new set of competencies today. We are aligning with the requirement, Pooja.
Very interesting. My next question is that, I believe you must be hiring a lot of engineers. And today, since most organizations are turning into tech organizations because technology is widely used in all operations, do you find it difficult to attract talent? Are you also upscaling your branding activities so that you can get the talent that you want from the market? So how is the tech talent looking today? Are they wanting to go for roles like banks and the hardcore technology companies, or construction and infrastructure also appeals to them?
Very, very nice and interesting question, Pooja. To me, the employer brand management is to ensure that the employee communication and the experience are consistent with our employee value proposition, right? So delivering a consistent brand experience at every touch point of their employee. As you rightly said, each organization should have an EVP to attract, right? Our main EVP is, in fact, to tell you, is pride. We are called as the builders to the nation, right? We today millennials are looking for a purpose, right? So we pitch on that we say we have executed the largest, tallest, smartest project in India. We built from submarine to space rockets, from airports to highways, metros to freight corridors, guns, tanks, and even defense equipments. Some of the iconic projects like Baha'i Temple, world's largest cricket stadium, Montera, which is bigger than the Melbourne Stadium, tallest Statue of Unity. So largest infrastructure projects like high-speed rail. So we pitch on builders to nation, that's one. Next is, as you rightly said, people want to go into technology, right? So we are also branding ourselves, we have already moved. We are also branding as a technology-based company. Okay, we are traditionally a brick and mortar organization, but as I said, we have adapted, gone into a digitalization last couple of years, and we extensively use different technologies in our operations, right from drones for project monitoring, lidars for survey. We use RFID. We have more than 10,000 equipments across the country, right from trucks, matching plants, wheel loaders, dozers, different equipments in the project sites. Everything is fitted with an RFID and sensor, and the data flows through the central pool in our data warehouse, where it's in Chennai, where we do analytics regarding, right, sitting in Chennai, they can say a tower crane, what is the productivity of the tower crane, what is the fuel efficiency, what is the heat, what is the weighing capacity, preventive maintenance, everything is done. So we pitch this as that we are creating a disruption in the EPC industry. We are moving towards technology, so that we use it as a brand to attract workmen. We have done a lot in terms of safety. We are using AR, VR for safety training. We are using technology for material tracking. We are using building intelligence modeling, etc. In fact, 3D printing we have done. We have done a 1+1 floor building using 3D printing in Kanchipuram, which is the biggest achievement. So with India aggressively pursuing 60 million houses, housing for all program, definitely such technology will be a disruptor. So we use that. Third value proposition, what we call L&T, is also known for learning and training. Okay, Larsen and Toubro also stands for learning and training organization. We have a huge investment in training people. We have at least some 17, 18 training centers, including a leadership development academy in Lonavala. We have 2 technical training centers, one in Mad, one in Mysore. We have our own Institute of Project Management, and we have construction skills training institute. So, and we are also moved towards digital training. We have an platform which uses AI, ML, etc. for feeding of like Netflix, that type of a learning platform. We integrated the best of the best course materials across the world into our learning platform. So we pitch that as it is, we are a company which continuous learning is, even our vision stays learning organization. I can also talk L&T as a carrying organization. So these are some of the EVPs which we pitch to attract talent. Definitely technology is one. We project ourselves as a technology oriented company.
Yeah. It's very interesting to know that, Dr. Jayakumar. And, also good to know that so much technology you're using in all your operations. But my next question and the last question to you is that what about using technology in HR function? How evolved is your HR function to use data and data sciences to predict people behavior and plan the people agenda?
Technology is disrupting every field and 100% including HR. Okay, the last 1.5 years, we have gone through a massive digital transformation in HR function. Most of the big organization, if you ask, the biggest challenge they will say is multiple businesses, multiple independent company units, each will have a separate HR system. So finally, when they want to have a overall, even the count of numbers will become challenging. And there was a point of time, if you have to get the actual staff strength on a particular day, that itself was challenging, right? We went into a digital transformation. We brought the entire data into a single platform, the employee database. Today, sitting at one place, immediately we can get the total count, all demographics at any manner, number, dashboards for joining, dashboards on attrition, dashboards on the performance management system. The entire data is now, it has become a single source of truth. That is what it has done. Technology is coming into every area. For example, for talent acquisition, we didn't go for a single ERP. We took a hybrid variety, whichever area which is good, we try to locate that and integrate it. But Chases is the main. We went for talent acquisition. Now the sourcing, shortlisting, everything is done by AI ML. Okay, it compares the JD, it compares the application, it ranks and it gives. But in terms of onboarding, entire thing becomes digital. Time and attendance, rhyme immemorial, it was there. Now we have gone into geofencing, facial recognition, mood recognition. Even companies have gone to ahead of taking the not only attendance based on the face recognition, predicts the mood of the organization every day. So they are going into that level of automation. Performance management, we have the continuous feedback mechanism. We have the system where the anytime feedback process which is involved. Learning and development, we have digital where it is AI, ML, based on your the learning preferences, it keeps feeding the next course. And it also gives a learning index about the width and depth of the learning and the recognition and recall, how much he is transferring to other person, it gives a learning index. So again, digital analytics, data science gets into that. Then if you have so many other add-ons, like for your engagement service, your processing of offer letters, everywhere digital is playing it's creating a huge impact. A person who is the organization which does not catch up to that will be left behind. And this not only helps in decision making, it also creates a great employee experience, right? In every touch point of his career life cycle, he gets a nice experience. When he goes home, he uses Facebook, he uses WhatsApp, and uses different things in such a touch of button. If in his organization, if he cannot use that, then he feels left out. So we have to get up. We are on the right track. We are now looking at more of a predictive and prescriptive type of analytics. That is the stage we are now.
Very interesting to know that. And the crux is, where you've left us saying that tech is here to stay, and organizations who are lagging behind in tech adoption are, going to find it difficult to survive in the new formats of working. And you made it sound very simple, the way you explained us about technology adoption in every aspect of your business. But I'm sure, it must be years of hard work, planning, so many teams involved and so much infrastructure, which, I'm sure L&T is one of the organization who's a trailblazer. So with that, we come to an end of this We Talk Talent series, episode 1. It was great to have Dr. C. Jayakumar. Thank you, viewers, for being here today and seeing this episode.